What's Nef up to?
What is he up to?
Maybe he needs to just take DNA samples from everyone. Everyone in the system.
Protea detectors should be on board. Not sure what they'll look like. See what you can find.
So yeah, since there are statues everywhere, like the Corpus Society still worships Parvos Granum.
Yeah. Is it like one of these things like with Christianity and Jesus where he'd probably be horrified if he knew what we're doing with him?
Well, yeah. There are, on these Corpus ships, sometimes there are big rooms where you can...
Right. It's a great, big hand.
Granum tribute. Story is, Parvos was missing his left hand. See if you can...
See if I can what?
Another engineering blunder? We need confirmation. Reset and get our next volunteer into position.
What was that?
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
I think it was a void temporal shift. I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen one before. Small, though. About as big as a person. Patch me into the system. Could do with some noise while I'm eyeballing the bits.
That's you. You provide the noise.
I am the noise.
But yeah, there are these big rooms. Oh, goddammit.
You are found. Remember the first days of Fortuna. Your failure, our victory. Without the Solaris, your aspirations are nothing. Return our Solaris brothers and sisters, or to nothing. So I swear, you will return.
You and
Whoops.
your bleeding heart.
Whoopsie.
I really don't have time for this. My robotics, on the other hand, do. Kill crews, take care of this. I have history to make.
So, you were saying?
There are these big rooms that sometimes spawn in these Corpus ship tile sets, where there is a console you can activate, and it plays a bit of like lore of just the I think the 11 tenets of Parvos Granum, and you learn his backstory, and you get orbiter decorations for it as well. It's like some stone slabs showcasing his history, and those are quite cool. So you should be looking for those. It's a nice little Easter egg.
The 11 tenets of Parvos. What are they?
Talking about like shun the idle man. Idleness is the greatest sin.
Send in the next volunteer.
They're gearing up for something.
He is Parvos. Parvos is meant to be sort of like 1800s industrialist, sort of old school capitalist thing, mixed with some Randian objectivism. And
I hate him.
No! This! What is that thing?
Ugh.
I'm not. Outworlder, hold position. I'm getting something.
Okay.
mm-hmm.
He'll pay for this. Volunteers. He's killing our people for some kind of weapons test.
Maybe not. I'm still pulling signal from that jockey's rig.
What kind of signal?
I don't know yet. Outworlder, don't let them cut the signal before I can decode it.
Gotcha.
So what are you thinking? What's your theory? Do you have any theories yet?
I mean, they said something about a void, something the size of a person, so I am thinking maybe he's trying to go back in time through void or
Now-
something, or he
Now,
is...
Protea, you can tell from her name that she has time-related powers. But other than that, it's like time travel is something that Warframe sort of hasn't really touched all that much upon. It's the same as like Rick and Morty, where they said that like, oh, we'll do multiverse shit, that's fine. But we'll stay away from time travel, because time travel always just destroys any story you're trying to tell.
Well, I'm not saying it's working, I'm just saying that's my theory of what he's trying to do, given that we saw something that happened either at another time or in another space at the very least. So maybe they're just trying to reach through the void, and he's just testing.
My void. It's real. It's real.
It's just testing
What
tech.
is this? What are we looking at?
The jockey's feed.
Sparky, you better get out of there. Well, we make sense of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, he was just sending people into like random coordinates into the void.
Until he would find.
Until he found what he was looking for.
And so the majority of them were just...
oof. Oof.
Yeah, that was my alternate. And either he's trying to go back in time, or he's going to go through the void.
He was looking for something in the void.
Oh boy.
Well, he found it.
So is it Parvos Granum ship remnants or what?
Well, they did say that the way they got rid of Parvos Granum was by sabotaging his ship when it was doing like a void jump.
Yeah, so it may have gotten stuck in the void somehow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all he has to say. Return to Fortuna.
Back to the tuna. Always for the tuna.
Do not call it big tuna.
I will not call it big tuna. Man, we really need to get back to like finishing up and watching the rest of The Office. We dropped off when it stopped being shown on Netflix. Hey, Nef,
What?
Nef.
Many supporters
Oh.
across the Origin system. Everyone is asking, when will I, Nef Anyo, end this unprofitable, squabbling deadlock? People are saying, Nef Anyo's perfect for the big seat, a visionary.
That's what people are saying.
No one says that.
Protege of the great founder himself, Parvos Granum. Friends, our time is at hand.
No one is saying that though.
God, he's such an Elon Musk / Jeff Bezos kind of character. Jeff Bezos is the kind of guy who would say, people are saying that Jeff Bezos is a really great guy.
I mean, he basically does that by buying, what was it, newspapers? Is it the Washington Post or something? And then having them write pro-Elon Musk Jeff Bezos articles. I forget what paper it was.
It sounds like something he would do.
It's something he did. I just forget what specific paper it is. So, I guess it's the thing again.
We'll look it up.
How many kids are going to grow up in the feds because of this? How many parents lost because I couldn't do my job?
Judy. There's a Ventkid a very long time ago who would have hero worshipped the woman she became. You're enough.
If Nef intends to visit that pocket for his proof, he won't risk himself. Not at first. Sparky, you can beat him to it. Biz has figured out how to activate Nef's Granum tributes. You won't believe this.
These tributes are essentially coin-operated. You'll need a Granum crown. You'll have to search the ship.
Nef as the Corpus figurehead, with the united board behind him, will be hell for us and workers everywhere. See if you can get across first. Tax whatever proof he's hoping to collect, muck up his plan, and find our people.
Can I ask something? I know that's not it, but it just sounded so funny. He's like, how many children will have to be Ventkids? Where it's like, oh, you don't have a parent anymore? Well, guess there's nothing to do but
Stick 'em into the
stuff you
vents.
into the vents. Where it's like, there is an alternative to that,
Stick
right?
'em in the vents.
Where it's like, well, I guess you gotta go in the vents
You
now.
gotta go in the vent, kid.
I don't know, that struck me as so weird when you were saying that, where it's like, why don't you have, like, try to have some sort of system?
There's a shaft. we just drop them into the shaft.
And then we fish them back out once they're adults and put them to work. Great.
Something like that. Something like that. Now, I love, and it's so in character for the Corpus, where they built these portals to be coin operated. It's the best. So here's how it works. When you play in Corpus ship missions, normally, like after about 4 minutes, a treasurer will spawn in. You have met them countless times, but they haven't dropped anything. They haven't dropped anything for you. They dropped stuff for me because they don't drop anything until you play this quest.
Okay.
They drop Granum crowns.
To cross over, you'll need to find a Granum crown first. Search the area.
Alright.
So I have hundreds of Granum crowns.
Yeah, those are these. Oh, Parvos, gracious founder.
They may have survived. I've told more than enough kids their parents aren't coming home.
Whee! So you
Sorry,
gotta...
kid, your parents aren't coming home. Here is a nice vent for you.
It's warm. It's got some...
The tomb is verified intact. Dispatch the treasurer with my offering. It's time I paid tribute myself.
Ooh.
Alright, here's our chance. Time to tax the taxman.
There he is.
If only Parvos could have lived to see this day. Imagine his face, beaming with pride, as he bestowed upon me, his son, that sacred golden hand.
Fuck you, Nef.
Assured me the procedure will be quick and painless.
Oh, he's gonna cut off one of his own hands and get a golden hand.
Oh,
Just
that's
like
so
Parvos had.
cringy.
Top credits to crap in Nef's coffin. Double if he was still alive.
One scan
Oh, do I have to pick it up?
Yeah.
my lineage shall be proven. None shall deny me. What? Tenno?
Hello.
Again? Not today. As Parvos' heir, it is my offering to make. I am coming, father. It is I who shall pay tribute. Your Nef is almost home. They must not reach him before we do. Is that understood?
Him! As if the body would still be intact. Something's off. Get to the tribute. Expect some friction.
Yeah, where? Okay, give me...
You can
So-
basically... There's always a golden hand on a Corpus ship. Usually multiple. So it's probably just showing you one of them.
Like, this whole thing wouldn't even be a thing if you hadn't been so silly as to make the whole thing coin-operated in the first place. So now
You put in your crown.
And...
You only have one. There are 3
okay.
different tiers of crown.
We've got a lot on you, Outwelder.
Ooh!
Good luck.
Alright.
It has been so long since these old eyes beheld another living thing here in the sanctuary.
What?
Indeed.
I am Parvos Granum. Thank you for finding me.
Uh-huh.
How is he still alive?
Alive! My faith never wavered.
I live. Treachery seethed within the heart of the faith I had built when the board's assassins overloaded my transport's void drive. Protea, my beautiful Protea, and her gift for manipulating time preserved me. But at the cost of all that she was, Now she is nothing more than a specter of her former self. My beautiful Protea. That is why you have been invited here.
Father, permit me to show you all I have built in your name. Do Nef Anyo that honor.
My name. I have watched you. Monuments to narcissism, demanding others sweat in your stead.
I love how his voice
Gorging
changed.
upon that which you have not earned. Watched as you claimed for yourself my teachings of self-reliance, perverting them into a flaccid philosophy of sloth, of idleness. Is that you, my son?
No, that must be a different son.
You know nothing, falling short as you do of every ideal that I value. Your words, your efforts are the model of inadequacy. I called you Nef Anyo, but I do not need you. I need
The Warframe.
them.
Tenno? Father, you're making a mistake. Come now.
Protea has scanned her kin, and with that, she is reinvigorated. Now, my lovely, if you wouldn't mind, show our guests the door.
Oof. Oof, oof. Hey!
Time powers.
How
We've
rude.
got a lock on you, Outworlder. Good luck. What the hell? Outworlder, I'm pulling sensory feeds from a trip you haven't taken yet. And hearing myself say things I've never said in a place I've never seen. Parvos? Yudi, you should see this. What if Nef has similar logs?
Biz has a handle on the time jump, but we've got bigger problems than Nef now. Get out of there.
Yeah, time travel.
Am I inadequate? Am I? You've been watching me, have you? Well, watch as I show you how we do things these days. Cruz, repel those specters. We have bigger fish to fry.
You're not my real dad. Wait, no. Yes, you are, but...
So apparently, real long con by Parvos Granum, where it seems like Nef actually is made from his genetic material, but he doesn't give a shit about Nef Anyo. He just wanted you to come to the Granum.
But why did he need things made from his genetic material?
I mean,
Or why does he have things made from his genetic material?
I'm not sure that, like,
And I like how...
I'm not sure that was his idea, but I think it might have been just like, that was just a thing that happened, where like Nef was created from some sort of program to create an heir or whatever.
Yeah, but you have to kind of like leave some genetic material.
I'm sure
and
it
this
was
is...
left just in case, just if it's needed sometime. He's got some sperm somewhere. Probably. But anyway, once he saw that this had been done and that like Nef had become like a board member, then he was like, oh, I can use this bumbling buffoon to get a Warframe sent into the void. To,
So what, you're telling me he's been sitting in the void but actually seeing what's been going on all this time, or what?
apparently he has had some, I guess.